So are you wondering if cybersecurity is still worth it going into 2025? With the introduction of AI and automation and many people trying to get into the industry, is it oversaturated and is it too late? Well, stick around because the truth might surprise you. Hey everyone, my name's AJ and I've been working in cybersecurity for the last 9 years. And on this channel, we teach all things cybersecurity for beginners. So let's get into it. So first of all then, is there still growing demand for cybersecurity jobs? Well, a lot of people do ask me, oh, cybersecurity is oversaturated. There's too many people trying to get into it. Well, I don't think that's true at all. So you can see how many cybersecurity US job postings are there. So Forbes are actually saying there's approximately 750,000 cybersecurity job vacancies in the US. So that's showing that there is definitely jobs available. And some of these articles you always have to be wary of because they might inflate the numbers a little bit. But it's easy to see that there are job opportunities available. You can even go to see how many UK cybersecurity job postings are there. It did actually say that they decreased to 97,319 in 2023, these statistics by the UK government. But it is simple to easily see. These statistics, to be honest, you don't want to be relying on those. You can just go into cybersecurity jobs and just look at cybersecurity jobs in your common job website, so like Indeed, for example, and we can see in here that there are many jobs available in the cybersecurity sector and they are looking for candidates. So this is enough to tell you that there is jobs available just by looking at the job boards themselves. And if you're looking at the cybersecurity future market cap, you can actually see here that it's looking to grow from 190.4 billion in 2023 to 298.5 billion US dollars by 2028. So you may see that there probably has been cutbacks in the last 2 years, but that has been across the board in many sectors, and other sectors have been hit a lot harder than cybersecurity. As we see interest rates go down, we're likely going to see more job opportunities available, but even in a market recession like we've been in, there's still job opportunities available for cybersecurity, which definitely shows that the demand is there and it's only going to continue to get bigger. So is there a high bar of entry to get into cybersecurity? Well, you will see that many companies, like we can see here, will always ask for experience. So for example, if you're looking to become a cybersecurity analyst, which is where I started 9 years ago, they will ask for experience with security incidents and triage and escalation. They usually will ask for some type of experience, which can be quite frustrating sometimes because you expect there to be entry-level positions for new people to come in. But just because companies ask for experience doesn't mean that they're always going to get it. So they might ask for previous experience, but they don't say to specifically where you need to have got that experience from, which is why we recommend our students, if they're when they're trying to go for a cybersecurity job, is to pick a specific job in the industry and then create your own pathway. So this is the pathway that we teach our students to become cybersecurity analysts. And ultimately, what this allows you to do is gain the experience they're asking for. And specifically, so what we show them is get your cybersecurity fundamentals, then start to learn the skills of the specific job. These are the skills that we recommend for becoming a cybersecurity analyst. But most importantly, if you want to be able to apply for these jobs asking for experience, then you need home projects, and these home projects need to relate to each one of these areas. And by having a tailored pathway to this specific job, this is what's going to allow you to be able to apply for these jobs that are asking for 1 to 3 years worth of experience. And if you think I'm lying, well, you can just come and ask the students in our mentorship community just to see how they're getting on. And you can ask the people that we've actually successfully helped get jobs. And the great thing is that these job descriptions actually tell you what they want, what they actually want from you. So you can easily build your own tailored pathway like this towards the specific cybersecurity job that you're going for, because you don't want to be trying to learn everything because you want to specifically focus on one job. Once you get into the industry, then that's when you can look to specialize further and maybe move into those higher paying roles. So don't let the high barrier of entry put you off, because this just makes it more of a challenge. So another concern people have is that they think AI or automation is going to replace all of the cybersecurity jobs. Well, I personally work in cybersecurity in this day and age, and I can agree with what it says here, that AI is going to actually augment cybersecurity roles. So what it means by that is actually analysts like myself, we use automation and AI to improve our ability to work. So I don't think AI is going to replace our jobs. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but what it is going to happen is going to remove those lower level roles and instead it's going to improve our ability to work faster, to work more efficiently. And if you want to stand out in this market, then you need to start to learn about these automation tools. And some of the massive ones out there that I personally recommend that you get experience with are things like Talk. So this is actually focusing on security operations and automation within a security operations center. You start learning tools like this, you bring things like this to the interview, then you're almost certainly going to stand out compared to all of the other cybersecurity candidates. Another one is Tynes as well. These again allow you to build these workflows to improve the efficiency of a cybersecurity operations center. And like I said, you start learning things like this. This is what's going to stop you from being replaced by automation and AI. And of course, even our good old friend ChatGPT, start to learn about prompt engineering and how that relates to cybersecurity. And again, this is going to help you stand out when it comes to those cybersecurity interviews. This is directly from my experience as a senior cybersecurity analyst. So cybersecurity also requires lifelong learning and upskilling because things are constantly changing in technology, and cybersecurity is no different. So once you become a cybersecurity analyst, which is where we recommend everyone starts, you will then come through this pathway, become a cybersecurity analyst, and you'll likely want to specialize further. And the great way to be able to do that is usually with other certifications and other learning. So what you're going to be able to do once you become a cybersecurity analyst, or you've gone from IT to cybersecurity analyst, you can then look to upskill. Maybe you want to go into red teaming. So you could do something like the certified ethical hacker and then move into OSCP. Maybe you want to go into cloud and start to understand cloud security as a cloud security engineer. You could get certified with the AWS certified security specialty. Or maybe you want to go into more information security management and you could do something like the CISM, or then move on to something like the CISSP. So that's the great thing about cybersecurity. Once you get in, there are many pathways that you can go down that can allow you to stay in this industry for a very long time. But ultimately, it all starts with a pathway, and this is the one that we recommend that you follow. Not sure if I've mentioned it already. One other thing people always ask me is, how great are the salaries in cybersecurity? Well, in the US, the average salary for a cybersecurity engineer, for example, can range between $116,000 and $208,000. Cybersecurity analysts, so the positions that I recommend most people go into to start with, but if they've got IT experience especially, they have an average salary of $124,740. So there is definitely great salaries to be had in the cybersecurity industry. Don't expect it when you first start out, but they are definitely available. And even in the UK as well. So they are much lower than in the US, but still the average salary for cybersecurity in the UK is between £51,000 and £60,000 per year. So again, even in the UK, there are fantastic salaries available. But please don't expect it when you first started out. For example, when I first started 9 years ago, the salary that I got was around £22,000, which is around $30,000. So when you're starting out, you're always best to take in what you can, because once you get 1 year's worth of experience, 2 years worth of experience, you can no doubt start reaching for those six-figure salaries, which is personally something I've done over the last 9 years. One other thing people ask me then is cybersecurity susceptible to burnout? And yes, it can be very, very stressful dealing with cybersecurity incidents, responding to cybersecurity alerts, trying to protect a company. But ultimately, if you enjoy it, those stress levels are going to be manageable and you're less likely to get burnt out. But of course, as in every industry, stress and burnout is possible, but you always have to look after yourself, take time for yourself, and balance your work and personal life very well. So ultimately then, is cybersecurity still a career to go for in 2024 and going into 2025? Well, I personally think it is. As we can see, there is still growing demand and it's only going to get bigger as the industry gets bigger. Now, there is a high bar of entry, but get yourself a tailored pathway, and this is going to allow you to get those jobs that are asking for experience, and make sure that you're doing home projects as well. Now, make sure you team up with artificial intelligence and automation to stay ahead of everyone else. Make sure you're continuously learning and staying upskilled. So again, that you can stay a valuable asset to someone in this industry. Also, the salaries in this industry are absolutely fantastic once you work towards them. But always do make sure that you're taking care of yourself to avoid burnout and ultimately manage that stress, and you will start to enjoy it. Now, I definitely am biased, but I think this is the best industry to be working in. And if you are a beginner and you want to get your own roadmap into cybersecurity, make sure you go and watch this video next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you over there.